Vietnamese cuisine is more than a collection of dishes. It is a living story woven from the land, the people, and centuries of tradition. From the fertile rice fields to the long coastal shores, every ingredient reflects Vietnam's deep connection to nature and community. In Vietnamese culture, food is never just a meal. It is a moment of sharing. Families gathering around small tables, friends laughing over street food, and generations passing down recipes filled with memory and care. On this journey, we explore 5 beloved local dishes, humble yet unforgettable, each carrying the spirit of its region and the culture behind it. Together, they reveal the true heart of Vietnamese cuisine, balanced, soulful, and rich with stories waiting to be tasted. Among the hidden treasures of Vietnamese cuisine, Bánh Canh carries the quiet story of life along Vietnam's central coast. In small seaside towns, where fishermen return at dawn and markets slowly awaken. This humble dish began as a simple meal made from rice flour and the day's freshest catch. Cooked in small clay molds over glowing charcoal, each bánh canh slowly rises, forming a delicate crust outside while staying soft and airy inside. Locals top them with shrimp, quail eggs, or scallions, ingredients that reflect the sea and the fields surrounding their homes. But the beauty of Bánh Canh is not just in its taste, it's in the moment around the stove. Families and travelers gather close, watching the cook flip each tiny cake, while the aroma of charcoal and fish sauce fills the air. Conversations flow, laughter grows, and plates disappear as quickly as they arrive. In that small circle around the sizzling pan, Bánh Canh becomes more than food. It becomes a story of community, patience, and the simple joy that defines Vietnamese cuisine. Sweet, simple, and deeply nostalgic, Bánh Choy reveals the comforting heart of Vietnamese cuisine. In many Vietnamese homes and street markets, ripe bananas are never wasted. Instead, they are transformed into this beloved dessert, mixed with creamy coconut milk and soft tapioca or bread, then baked or gently steamed until fragrant and golden. But Bánh Choy is more than just a sweet treat. It reflects a cultural value deeply rooted in Vietnam, the appreciation of simple ingredients and the joy of sharing food together. On quiet afternoons, street vendors slice warm banana cake and serve it to locals and travelers alike, often alongside a cup of tea or iced coffee. For visitors, tasting Bánh Choy at a small roadside stall is not only about flavor, it's an experience of everyday Vietnamese life. The aroma of caramelized bananas, the chatter of the market, and the warmth of the vendor's smile create a moment that lingers long after the last bite. In this way, Bánh Choy captures the true spirit of Vietnamese cuisine, humble, welcoming, and filled with memories waiting to be shared. A beloved staple of southern Vietnamese cuisine, Hủ Tiếu tells the story of the Mekong Delta, a region where rivers connect cultures and flavors travel as freely as the boats along its waterways. Influenced by Chinese and Khmer cooking traditions, this noodle dish reflects centuries of cultural exchange that shaped the cuisine of southern Vietnam. The broth is light yet deeply flavorful, paired with tender pork, fresh shrimp, herbs, and crispy toppings. Some prefer it with steaming broth, while others enjoy it dry with a rich sauce, each bowl offering the delicate balance of sweetness, savoriness, and freshness that defines Vietnamese cuisine. But the true charm of Hủ Tiếu lies in the experience around it. In the early morning, street vendors set up small stalls along busy roads or riverside markets, serving bowls of noodles to locals beginning their day. For travelers, sitting on a small plastic stool, hearing the rhythm of scooters passing by while enjoying a hot bowl of hủ tiếu is more than just breakfast. It's a glimpse into the vibrant, everyday life of southern Vietnam. Warm, comforting, and deeply rooted in tradition, chao viet reflects the soulful simplicity of Vietnamese cuisine. The duck is slowly simmered to create a rich, fragrant broth, while rice cooks gently into a smooth, silky porridge that carries the warmth of home in every spoonful. Served with tender slices of duck, fresh herbs, and a small bowl of gingerfish sauce, the dish balances richness with freshness, a harmony that lies at the heart of Vietnamese cuisine. But beyond its flavor, chao viet is also about the experience. In many Vietnamese neighborhoods, small evening stalls gather locals after a long day of work. Families and friends sit together on low stools, sharing plates of duck and bowls of hot porridge while conversations flow late into the night. For travelers, tasting chao viet in one of these lively street-side spots is more than enjoying a meal. It's stepping into a moment of everyday Vietnamese life, where food brings people together in warmth, laughter, and simple comfort. Chao viet brings a bold and aromatic dimension to Vietnamese cuisine, telling a story of cultural exchange across Southeast Asia. Influenced by Indian spices and regional cooking traditions, Vietnamese duck curry blends tender duck with creamy coconut milk, potatoes, and fragrant herbs, creating a dish that is rich, warming, and deeply satisfying. Yet, like many dishes in Vietnamese cuisine, it has evolved into something uniquely local. The curry is often enjoyed with warm bread or soft noodles, perfect for soaking up the golden, fragrant sauce. The experience of eating chao viet is just as memorable as its flavor. In many Vietnamese homes and small neighborhood eateries, families gather around a steaming pot of curry, dipping bread and sharing stories as the aroma of spices fills the air. For travelers, tasting this dish is not only about discovering a new flavor, it's about experiencing how Vietnamese culture transforms global influences into something warm, communal, and unmistakably its own. From sizzling street snacks to comforting bowls of noodles and fragrant curries, these dishes reveal the incredible diversity of Vietnamese cuisine. Each flavor carries a piece of Vietnam's story, shaped by its rivers and coastlines, its history of cultural exchange, and the warmth of the people who cook and share these meals every day. But this is only the beginning. Across Vietnam, every street corner, every market, and every small kitchen hides another dish waiting to be discovered, another story waiting to be tasted. At Seni World Travel, we believe the best way to understand a country is through its food, by sitting where the locals sit, tasting the dishes they love, and experiencing the culture behind every bite. If you enjoyed this journey through Vietnamese cuisine, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support the video. And tell us in the comments, which Vietnamese dish would you love to try first? Because with Seni World Travel, every journey is more than a trip. It's a story waiting to be lived.